Now, do you have that image with the actual Medjugorje that you could show us and read for us? That image with the Nubians, because he's saying something totally different based off the records. Because he's saying there's Nubians there, there's Asiatics there. It wasn't only Nubians there.
No. This is not to. So I want to make this clear.
That image, hold on. That image you're showing is trying to imply that was those Nubians that in that image were slaves, and that they were you're showing that they had slave markets. So I would love for you, because this is what I want to do. I'm here to learn too. I'm not going to be egotistical and act like I know every damn thing. I'm asking you can you do this for us? Can you put up the actual glyphs and show us what it says on the glyphs and what they're trying to tell us about those particular people, and break it down? Because for that scene, based on what Jonathan Owens from the Amira Squad says, it doesn't say that they're slaves.
What does he say it says? Let's first start there. What does he say it says?
Hold on. Before I go there, I'm making a request. Before I say anything, I'm just making a request, because he actually shows.
All right.
It actually shows the scene from Dr. Wesley Muhammad. He was doing the same thing you're doing by saying that they were enslaving other Africans and making the point that they were slaves. So I'm trying to figure out, because you could read the Medjugorje. So I'm asking you.
I don't have the full inscript. I don't have the full relief with the Medjugorje inscription. If I did, we could absolutely read it. So do you have it on the screen? If you have it on the screen, I'll pull it up and read it live right now. We can start there.
No, I don't. But I think it's this is my whole thing. The only reason why I came live, because I want to see you put the evidence out. Not for me, because whether they're doing it or not don't make a difference to Garfield, because I don't rep Kemet. I just want the truth to come out, and I want to be here to see you push the truth. So if you by you showing that glyph, I think that's kind of like giving us the impression that that particular image. So I think it's unfair to show that image from an objective point of view. I'm regurgitating how you act now, because you like to say objective. So in Lexx words, to be objective, and this is fair to everybody, because people are going to watch this.
So let me interject. Let me interject and share my thoughts on what you're saying. So let's be clear. I am not saying that this image of Nubians in the slave market is representative of Nubians being the only one in the slave market. Number one, this image is from the New Kingdom period, right? That's number one. In the New Kingdom period, it is clear to anybody that knows Egyptian history that there are far more people enslaved than Nubians. In fact, as you should know, most of the people that were enslaved between the Middle Kingdom period and the New Kingdom period were actually Asiatics, which actually gives the Bible story great credence in terms of the numbers. The bulk of people enslaved in ancient Kemet between the Middle Kingdom period and the New Kingdom period are entirely Asiatic. Asiatic outnumber people that are slaves, we want to say, as easy as 10 to 1. That's how far. Having said that, let me just say this last point. Having said that, now, I am not trying to misrepresent the scenery. I am not trying to suggest that Nubians are the only ones enslaved, but I am pointing out that the Nubians that everybody loves to brag about, all the Afrocentrists, as you know, always push and teach in romanticist spirit that Kemet has such a love affair with them. I am evening out the dialogue by doing something that they're not doing, which is being totally honest or objective. Because if you study the history, you would know that Nubians, number one, were considered foreigners to the Egyptians by the Egyptians. The Egyptians referred to them as foreigners. The Egyptians also referred to them as their classical enemies. Nubians are one of the 9 bows. So there's a reason why I'm building this up. There's a reason why I'm building this up.
Okay. The reason why I'm trying to interject here, because even in what you were just saying, you're saying the slave market. So you're calling that scene again, whether it's on purpose or accidental, you just call it a slave market. So what I'm trying to figure out here, and let me just read what Jonathan wrote. This is page 276, the Magi, a handbook for the conscious community, and I urge everyone to get a copy.
Could you take a screen? Hold on one second. Could you take a screenshot